It's no surprise that in Saudi Arabia, there is a little bit of segregation among the sexes. Women are not supposed to be escorted or seen with men that aren't family members or their significant others, namely their husbands. And so as a result, there are now reports that Saudi Airline might actually start segregating its passengers based on gender. Now, it's 2015. The airline is purported or supposedly considering this, but this is all alleged, okay? The Saudi airline is saying, no, these are just rumors. It's not likely to happen. But sometimes they'll say that, and then all of a sudden, surprise, we have a new policy and we're going to segregate people on our flights. Now, why is this happening? Well, apparently there have been a number of complaints from some of their passengers because husbands don't want their wives sitting next to male strangers. It goes against their beliefs. And so I'm not sure whether or not they're actually going to start implementing this, but it is a rumor, and it is interesting to have a conversation about whether or not this is the right thing to do. So I want to toss to you guys. What do you think? Hank, make your point.
Ugh, Anna, listen, as a frequent flyer, this is so annoying. Buy your own plane or suck it up. That's how I know I probably should be more sensitive to their beliefs, but from the articles that I was reading, I mean, they held up flights for an hour, half an hour. I mean, people are missing connections. You're getting in the way of someone's business.
Travel.
You know exactly what you were buying into when you bought that ticket. So I say think ahead and stop making life difficult for everyone else who is not in your belief system, please.
Erica, what about you?
Yeah, I mean, I agree. It's not my place to criticize someone else's beliefs, culture, religion. That said, the idea of an entire company responding to it is really challenging and problematic, I think, because, again, as was just said, you can make the choice as an individual. If this is something that matters to you, if this is a value that you hold, act accordingly. Buy the 2 seats next to you. Do whatever you need to do. But this seems a bit extreme.
I think that when you have to take into account the beliefs and the cultures and the values of all these different individuals throughout the world, as an airline that travels from one country to another, you're going to run into a lot of problems. You can't appease and accommodate everyone. And as a result, you know, you're making your business a little more difficult, no, a lot more difficult when you've decided to have this policy that's going to segregate people based on gender. It just goes way too far. Look, if you're going to fly, you're going to have to deal with a lot of uncomfortable situations, okay? You're going to have to deal with the TSA. You're going to have to deal with people going through your personal stuff. You're going to have to deal with people possibly patting you down. You're going to have to sit next to people you don't want to sit next to. That happens on a regular basis. If you don't like it, then don't fly. And look, Erica, I think that it's kind, and in a lot of ways it's right to say, you know, it's not my place to criticize other cultures. But I have no problem doing it on a regular basis.
That's right. That's right. That's right. That's right.
Because if your biggest issue traveling is the thought of your wife sitting next to a stranger, then you have a really sad, pathetic life. There are other things in the world to worry about than some random stranger sitting next to your wife. I'm sorry. And remember, this is Saudi Arabia, the country that doesn't even allow women to drive. I don't respect your culture, okay? I don't respect a culture that treats women as second-class citizens. How about that? And let's also note that a bunch of people get killed in Saudi Arabia on a regular basis for similar reasons that people get killed in other Middle Eastern countries. And we like to condemn those countries, but we don't condemn Saudi Arabia because we're bedfellows with them. It's ridiculous. Now, that's my point. I guess I was clear on that. Here is the question for the story. If you could change one thing about traveling on an airplane, what would it be? Hank.
Oh, do you guys remember the days when we used to get served equivalent first-class food in coach seating?
Yes!
When I was a kid and I used to fly, you know, I'm probably 6, 7 years old. I remember one time, it was so specific. I ordered, they were giving away, it was hot turkey wraps for the coach. Yeah. And then after I finished mine, it was so delicious, I asked for another one, and I got it. It was so good. And now, like, literally, I am hung up on that turkey wrap from United, and this was like 20 years ago. Yeah. And every time I fly now, and I'm a frequent flyer, I get so mad when I have to buy, you know, the cold sandwich or the, you know, the extra bag of whatever that. It's just, there's no luxury when it comes to flying anymore. They just shove everyone into a tube and then put you into the sky.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Yeah.
Erica?
I feel the same way. I'm a frequent flyer, and this one, maybe I'm late. I didn't know that they charge for blankets now. I was on a...
They charge for blankets?
What? I didn't know this.
Let me tell you what happened. So I'm on the plane. I am cold. It is an overnight flight, okay? So we get on the plane, and people are still coming in, And I asked the flight attendant, can I get a blanket? And she's like, sure, honey, wait till the flight takes off. So I'm like, okay, no problem. So I'm really cold and I'm shivering. And she's like, I'll get it for you. I was like, oh, that's so kind. And in my brain, I'm thinking, what quality service?
Yes.
And she comes.
What airline?
And I'm not going to name the airline.
You are
She
so
comes-
nice.
I call everybody out.
try.
How much did the blanket cost?
$6.
Oh,
No.
hell no. Hell
But
no.
here's
you
what
have to
happened.
call out it.
She
I'm
gives
done.
me the blanket. It's in a plastic wrap. I open the wrap, and then she tells me it's $6. I was like, no, absolutely not. No, I flipped out. I was like, take the blanket back. How ridiculous is that?
Yeah,
Can I
I'll
just
warn
make an
myself.
educated
Worked up,
guess?
I'm sorry.
I
It's
have
just
to
the
make an
idea.
educated guess.
Yeah.
All right, it's either American Airlines or United.
It was American.
I knew it!
Oh!
I knew it! American Airlines,
American.
get your act together.
Yeah.
All right, get your act
that
together.
merger, man.
All right, so I would say that my biggest pet peeve when it comes to airlines is very similar to what you guys deal with. I don't like when there is onboard entertainment, which, by the way, every airline should have, and like you have to buy the headphones. Just give me. They're like the headphones are $2. No, first of all, they're not the kinds of headphones that you can use anywhere else,
Yeah.
right?
Again.
They're the cheapest headphones ever.
You have to use a credit card.
You have to use a credit card.
use a credit
Just
card.
give me the headphones so I can enjoy the onboard entertainment. Okay, it's going to make me enjoy the flight so much more. You're not going to make a ton of money off of selling $2 headphones. It's terrible. That's my biggest pet peeve. Anyway, share your biggest pet peeves in the comment section below. And what do you think about Saudi Airlines segregating people based on their gender? Do you agree with it? Do you think we should respect their culture in this case? Or do you think it goes way too far? Comment in the section below, and we'll see you guys soon.